Hey loves, and welcome to Heart Love Messages. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back. So tonight I have a specific message for the Divine Feminine. Please keep in mind that these messages may or may not resonate with everyone, so just take the messages that resonate and leave the ones that do not. I'm picking up on a Divine Feminine who has begun to walk down a very particular path. And this path to you is very sacred. It's almost as if you have received some type of divine direction and you know that there's a divine order on your life. For some of you, you have even received visual confirmation, and this could come in the form of a dream. Okay, for some of you, you may meditate. You may see things, okay? You may have visions or flashes of your future here. But this is something that you take extremely personal because you've seen glimpses of your future in the spiritual realm, okay? And as you begin walking on this path, this has not been easy for you at all. So where you are right now on your journey, you definitely may be feeling this energy, this heavy energy of frustration, where as you begin to look around you, you're realizing that you kind of didn't sign up for this, okay? You didn't know that you were going to have to put in all of this work. You didn't know how hard it was going to be. You didn't know that things were going to be stripped away from you. You didn't know that you were going to lose out on people. You didn't know that your entire being, your entire atmosphere was going to completely shift. For some of you, you feel completely out of place right now. And you're beginning to question God. You're beginning to question your higher power. Because this journey is not for the faint of heart. For some of you, you are experiencing rejection on a level that you have never felt it before. And you're questioning yourself. You're questioning the Most High. You're saying, you know, you told me that this was for me. You showed me my future. You showed me what it was that I was walking towards here. But now I feel like every single thing is out of place. And there's a lot of heavy emotions surrounding this. And I feel like this specific Divine Feminine, you're very intentional. You know the power of your energy. You know the magnetism that you draw in towards you. You know that you have the ability to create things with your words, with your thoughts. Okay? You know that these things create action. So you've kind of been stuffing these emotions down within you, not trying to really feel them, trying to graze over them, you know, for the sake of positivity and for the sake of really basking in this high vibrational energy. But I feel like lately these things have been rising, okay? Because like I always say, anything that is inside of us, it has to come out. It has to come out. And there is this energy where you're wondering why you are facing this rejection. You're wondering why were you set out on this path? Why were you given this divine instruction and this divine order to go in a certain way, to reroute your entire journey? For some of you, to break the chains off of your family, to go in the opposite direction of every single thing that you know, and to be in this place where you feel unsupported, you feel unheard, you feel lonely. For a lot of you, I'm getting that. You feel lonely. You feel like there's no one that you can speak to about this. But I'm here to tell you, it's like your guides want you to know that rejection is God's protection. Anytime that you are in a season in your life where you look around you and things feel out of place, you don't understand where you are, you don't understand where you're going, it's time for you, your soul is calling you to take a sacred pause, to go back within, and to remember that every single thing that you are seeking externally, it already exists within you. And there's something also here about manifesting. So there's a Divine Feminine who is a powerful manifester, okay? When you look around at your life, it's almost as if your guides want to kind of take you down a timeline to where you were maybe a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. For you to really take a sacred pause and for you to look at every single thing that you co-created with the Most High. Look around you and look specifically at the things that you prayed for. That position, that car, that home, your peace of mind. For some of you, relationships. For some of you, to exit relationships. This can manifest in many, many different ways here. It's almost as if your guides want you to realize that you are never alone in this journey. And that also this journey, this walk, this sacred walk, this call is not for the faint of heart. But you were chosen, Divine Feminine, because you have the capacity. And there are going to be moments on your journey where you feel extremely overwhelmed with emotion. You have a lot of questions. You're trying to figure out what's going on here. You feel like you don't have the support. And that's very, very, all of your reasonings are extremely, extremely valid, okay? But at this time, you're being guided to realize that any single thing that you feel like you are lacking, or you feel like is being taken from you, or that you are being rejected from in some kind of way, you're actually being protected. There's a hedge of protection over your life. Anytime that you are called to do something, for some of you, your souls literally, you can go back to the date of when you felt that instant shift. You felt something shift within your being. And you knew that you were here to create more. That takes an insane amount of courage to answer that call. It takes an insane amount of courage to look around you and to understand that although where you are right now, although these people, places, and things have served you, they have poured into you, they have helped mold you, they have taught you about yourself, they've taught you valuable lessons, you know deep down on the inside of you, this has nothing to do with anyone else. You know that you are here for something more. And you will know that because your soul will always guide you. You will always feel those internal nudges. And for some of you, that call has gotten so loud that you cannot ignore it, and you begin on your journey. And the path was laid out for you, and it was dark, and you had to claw your way through this path. And it's almost as if your guides want you to know that every single step of that way, you were protected, you were supported, you were taken care of, and you're going to continue down this path, and the support is going to continue to be around you. So when you're in these moments where you're feeling these extreme emotions, especially with the transitions that are happening on the planet, for some of you, you may literally feel like you're hanging on by a thread, okay? The energy has been very heavy. You may be extremely tired. Something about sleep schedules here. You may be, totally off kilter. You may be up at night a lot, sleeping during the day, maybe taking extra naps, okay? Maybe you keep waking up. There's something here that's being disturbed, okay, within your pattern here. But there's a lot of activations. This year alone is a massive recalibration that's happening here on the planet. And this is mainly because anything that is not in alignment with that divine order, it has to fall away. It has to fall away. So if you pay attention to these past couple of years, there has been massive shifts. And these shifts are going to continue to happen until things in the harmony is balanced on the planet. But just like creating that sacred balance, Divine Feminine, you have to understand that you being the feminine energy, you are a very cyclical soul. So you have your periods where You're literally, you will literally feel full of emotion. And you'll have to learn how to release, how to purge, how to tap into these elements, okay? Maybe you use water. Maybe you like to take spiritual baths. Maybe you like to get into the shower after a stressful day and allow the water to drain you of all the energies. Maybe you like to go out and be in the air. Maybe you like to be in the sun meditating. Maybe you like to do art therapy. Maybe you like to sing. There's something here that your soul is kind of guiding you to do to help balance out your energies. Because while you're walking this sacred path, there's going to be many, many moments where you question, am I even going in the right direction? I mean, you know, God gave me this vision of where my life should be, but I never knew I was going to be alone. I never knew I was going to lose these relationships that I thought were going to be with me forever. I never knew these dynamics were going to change, you know, and now I have interests and I'm looking around at the people that I used to hang around and we don't even have anything in common anymore. You're elevating to a higher timeline, Divine Feminine. Your path is being cleared. So, like, as soon as you get clear about where you are and where it is that you're going and who can come with you, there's also something here about boundaries and about you expressing what it is that you're going through. You're not going to be able to share every single thing with everybody. This may be very specific, but I'm picking up on a feminine that is on a sacred purpose. And a lot of people will not understand that. A lot of people don't understand what that looks like. For your soul to be guiding you somewhere and you don't resonate with things around you, but you still love these people. You still have connection. But I can't open myself up that much. I can't share too much of what I'm going through because this is between me and God. This stage of my life is sacred. And so these emotions, these heavy emotions that you're feeling, Divine Feminine, this is you grieving a version of yourself that no longer exists. This is you standing in a higher timeline, looking at yourself, looking at how far you've come, and grieving maybe the people, places, and things, relationship dynamics, opportunities, certain relationships, just everything that used to be so normal and so free-flowing in your life, and now you're being called to something else. Now things are shifting here, and you're in this in-between period wondering if life will ever get to a place where it feels really, really good. And that's exactly what you're walking towards. It's almost as if your spirit guides are calling you to this sacred pause, because you may be interpreting this energy as rejection. You may be interpreting this energy as, wow, I'm really out here by myself. And that's a tough place to be in. When you're somewhere, you can wake up and look at your physical reality and know that God gave you something, gave you a vision, gave you a plan that looks nothing like anything that you see around you. That can be absolutely scary. One, because you don't know how you're going to get there. Two, because your entire world changed. You have to physically change into every single thing that's in your future. You have to assume that position now. Because that's the thing about manifesting. There is no past. There is no future. You're in the present moment. So you automatically assume this energy of acting as if. If I want to be in this type of career, if I want to have this type of relationship, if I want to live in this type of home, if I want to drive this type of car, if I want to have this amount of money, what do I need to do to become that person? How does that person think? What does that person eat? How does that person speak? What does that person's everyday ritual look like? Do they get up? Do they go to the gym? Do they read more? You know, you really have to become that energy, and this is what your soul is calling you to do. So trust the process, Divine Feminine. It's not any type of rejection. It's not you being alone in this moment. It's literally your higher self elevating, and you're grieving the version of you that used to exist because you have history with that version of you. That version of you brings you comfort. And that's the crazy thing. Even though we could be smack dab in the middle of a place, a relationship, a dynamic that we know we have outgrown, it's so comfortable and it feels so good. And it feels better than going out and being alone and being by yourself and stepping into uncharted territory. But your path is being cleared. So long as you understand why you're here on this path, and that you understand that you're going to be okay and you're going to be protected, and everything that you have ever asked for, everything that you have ever dropped down on your knees and prayed to God for or manifested is on the other side of that fear. And so all of these heavy emotions that you're purging, Divine Feminine, allow them to come out. Journal them. Transmute them into something creative. That's powerful as well. Because I'm tapping in a powerful feminine energy where you know that you have the ability to create. Anytime that you're feeling sad or you're feeling angry or you're feeling frustrated, transmute that energy into something powerful. Write something, dance, do some art, play some music, transmute that energy and allow it to bless you, allow it to bring you more abundance, allow it to heighten your magnetism in a way that it works into your favor. You're standing at a higher perspective in your life. And the feelings that you're feeling right now are extremely valid. No one is exempt from feeling this. It's all a part of the journey. So if you're at this place right now, Divine Feminine, where you have this Divine Feminine I'm speaking to, you have already received your blueprint. Whether this was in the form of a dream, whether you were meditating and you seen flashes of your future, whether you can just feel the energy rising and you know that you were created for more. Maybe ever since you were younger, your soul has been pulling you in a certain direction, but because of comfort, maybe because of fear, maybe because of history, you have stayed in a place that you have already outgrown. You've stayed in a place way past the expiration date. Okay? You're being called to go exactly where your soul is guiding you. The path is being cleared for you. So you're being guided to trust in that, to trust in those visions that you receive, to trust in that divine orchestrated plan for your life. You have a higher purpose on this planet. That is why you're going through what it is that you're going through. This journey is not for the faint of heart. But you were chosen because you have the capacity. You have the capacity. And you have the direct access to source. So anytime that you feel out of alignment, anytime that you feel like, you just don't understand what it is that you're doing, you don't understand what's happening, things look too dark, things look too murky, okay? Just ask for assistance. Just ask for God to show you the way. Ask for your guides to guide you. Even if it doesn't make sense to you in that moment, you will know because your soul will have peace. And always remember, as a feminine energy, your emotions are your compass. Your emotions are your GPS. And this is how you navigate people, places, and things in this realm. So when you're in a place where you feel least resistance, where you feel happy, where you feel calm, you feel confident, that's where your soul is naturally drawing you. Anywhere where you feel hesitant, you feel resistant, you feel as if you have to pull back, you have to be less of yourself, you can't speak up, you can't share your ideas. These are the places that your soul is kind of resisting. Okay? And so you're being guided to really tap into this higher timeline and to allow yourself to grieve this past version of yourself as you step into this higher realm, as you step into this path that was created especially for you, where you're going to have more love, more life, more abundance, okay, more happiness, more freedom of creative expression. For some of you, you're moving to places that are more on your vibrational plane. And this is going to be an entirely new life for you. But you have to be open and ready to receive. And you also have to know how to integrate those emotions that you're feeling right now so that you allow them to rise, you feel them, and then you can release them or transmute them into something that keeps you into alignment with where you are and keeps your vibration high. Okay? So this is a very, very powerful time for you. You were chosen to go down a specific path. You have a sacred path that you're traveling right now. So love on yourself. Surround yourself with people who love you. That is very, very important. Support is very, very important as well. You have a lot of support in the spiritual realm, but don't ever forget that even if you are alone, you are supported, okay, in this physical realm. And always know that your soul knows exactly where to go. It was already written, Divine Feminine. And you're at this place right now where your soul is guiding you to where it needs to be because you have a higher purpose. And trust and believe me, if you feel this message, everything that you need is going to be supplied for you. God is not going to give you a plan, a vision of your life and everything and leave you high and dry. Absolutely not. So remember that rejection is God's protection. You're being protected right now. And you can ask for anything that you need on your journey so that you can be your highest and your best. Okay? So these are the messages that I have for you all tonight. If you resonated with this message, be sure to hit the like button on the way out. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.